Hi guys. Let's start with our discussion on the planning tools and techniques that we use for strategic planning. So let me give you a brief again. So this is the third time I'm giving you this brief, I believe. So what are the different types of analysis that we'll do? So we are going to do one, internal analysis of the company, which is also called as self-analysis, for which we are going to use SWOT, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Then for industry analysis, we are going to use something called as PEST, we are going to use, for industries, we are going to use Porter's 5 forces. Then for environment analysis, we are going to use political, economical, social, technological, legal, and environmental are optional. PEST analysis we are going to use. And then for portfolio analysis, portfolio means products. For your products analysis, we are going to use BCG matrix. And apart from this, we have some other tools like contingency planning. Then you have your there's the other one, there's another topic for that. Scenario planning, yeah. Scenario planning and competitive analysis. I think you guys can see some green screen floating in the background. Sorry for that. Okay. So these are your different tools that we are going to discuss. We are going to use these tools for different levels of planning, strategic planning. So you have your internal self-analysis, SWOT analysis, industry, Porter's 5 forces, then environment, you use PEST analysis, for portfolio you use BCG matrix, and for then you have your other tools like contingency planning, scenario planning, and competitive analysis. So first let's start our discussion with the internal analysis. Internal does not mean within the company. We are talking about analyzing our company's position. So to analyze any particular position, our company, or even this can be used for individual also. So to understand what we are good at and what we are not good at, where we are lagging, and then to understand what are the opportunities available in the market, what are the threats that we are going to, what are the threats that we are going to face in the market. So that is called as a SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. So if I go to this chart here, this diagram on your material, so strengths and weaknesses. What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? These are our internal aspects. Externally, what are the opportunities present in the market and what are the threats present in the market? Those are my external factors, right? So strengths should be used to exploit the opportunities. Strengths should be used to reduce the external threats, right? So your weaknesses should be rectified so that opportunities will not be missed. Your weaknesses should never be exploited to your threats, otherwise you will go out of business. So that is your strategy, that is for SWOT analysis. So let's discuss these things. So what happens in SWOT analysis? It's very simple. There is no planning or there is no big concept running around it. It is very simple. You take a pen, you take a piece of paper and a pen, and then you start listing. You put 4 side headings: strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats, and you start listing what are all your strengths, what are all your weaknesses, what are all your opportunities, what are all your threats. That's it. As simple as that. Let's see here. So SWOT analysis. So when determining the effect of the market on a business strategy, a look at the overall macro environment in which the firm operates is essential because it can significantly assist the company in developing blah 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 blah. Basically, you should have an overall picture. Firms use a SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats to analyze to assist in developing their plans. Any strategy must consider these factors in its development. What are the internal factors, strengths and weaknesses? What are strengths? Something that you are good at. What are weaknesses? Something that you are not good at. So some examples: competency of management, influence of high level managers. So if your management is very competitive, and if they are very skilled, and if they are very talented, if they are very knowledgeable about the business, that is strength. If they are not, that is your weakness. Like for example, Mark Zuckerberg is a strength of Meta INC. Vijay Mallya is the weakness of Kingfisher Airlines. As simple as that. So roles and responsibilities of within the organization. You know, some people stick to their roles and responsibilities and do a damn good job at fulfilling their roles and responsibilities. That would be a strength. If your people are unable to fulfill their roles and responsibilities, that is a failure. That is a weakness. The structure. So if your structure is well defined and well implemented, that's a strength. Otherwise, it's a weakness. Communication channel throughout your organization. Many companies have this thing called as gossip or office politics, right? So those things are weaknesses for the company. If your communication channel is very good and very clear, that's a strength for you. The financial portion, obviously your profit and loss and balance sheet. If you are profitable, that is a strength. If you are loss making, that is a weakness for your company. As simple as that. Those are your examples of strengths and weaknesses. Similarly, externally, the external market would have some opportunities and threats. There could be because of economy. If the economy is booming, then that's a opportunity for you. If the economy is residing, if there is a recession, that is a threat for your company. Again, that could be locally or nationally as well. Political issues and government stabilities. When governments are stable, that's a strength. That's a opportunity for the companies. When the governments are unstable, that's a threat for the companies. So the competitive environment for POTUS 5 focuses, we'll discuss that later. Laws and regulations. If they are friendly for businesses and if they promote businesses, that is opportunity. If there are more taxes, more duties, etc., that is a threat for the companies. Technological advancements and existing technology. If the technology is frequently changing, for some companies that is an opportunity, for some companies that is a threat. If you are able to catch up with the new trends, that is an opportunity for you. Like Open AI is there, ChatGPT, Power BI, all these things are coming up. So if you are able to catch up with those trending technologies, that is a opportunity for you. If you are unable to catch up with them, that's a threat for you because you become outdated and nobody would buy your products. And social media, speed of information, all of this, climatical changes. So all of this, these are external to our company and they can have a positive impact. That would be an opportunity. If they have a negative impact, that is a threat for us. Now, before I close this lecture, I want you to understand one thing. SWOT analysis by itself does not give you anything. Remember this, SWOT analysis by itself is just a list of your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. It's just a list. Then what should we do? See, this has been further enhanced. Later on, this SWOT analysis has been enhanced to form something called as TOWS matrix. Nothing, out of the box here, just reverse. SWOT in reverse, SWOT, TOWS, the reverse, as simple as that. So TOWS matrix is what? TOWS matrix is relational. Means basically it will tell you strengths should be used to overcome your weaknesses and strengths should be used to exploit the opportunities in the market, right? And strengths should be used to cover from your threats, and similarly your weakness should be saved from the external threats. Sir, imagine I have a weakness that I cannot go below 100 when I take out my car. That's a weakness. And the road is wet because there was a rain. So that is a threat. So if I take out my car when it is raining and I cannot go below 100, the risks are very high. There is a very high chance that the brakes might fail or friction won't be there on the between the roads and the tires, so there is a high chance of slipping, skidding, etc., etc. So you should never allow your weaknesses to get exposed to the threats in the market. So Taos matrix talks about the relationships between the four variables. SWOT is just a list. So SWOT will not give you anything big, but it will help you understand and identify your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So strengths and weaknesses internal, opportunities and threats are external. Strengths and opportunities are positive, weaknesses and threats are negative. So that is your first framework or first tool, which is called as SWOT analysis, right? So you can just go to Google and type SWOT analysis of any company. For example, if I just type google.in, and if I type SWOT analysis of, let's say, Alphabet Inc. Alphabet is your Google. So you might find some nice, examples there. There you go, SWOT. So strengths. So they have very good dominance in web search. So people don't say go and search on the web. People say go and Google it. So Google has become a synonym for web search. So they are very good at that. And video content sharing, YouTube, digital advertisement, Google AdSense, mobile operating system, Android, web browser, Chrome. So all of these are what? They are all the strengths of Google, Alphabet. They have very good acquisition capabilities. They can buy any company that they want because they have a lot of money. They have very good R&D team, and their brand recognition and reputation is awesome. Most of their tools are free to use. You don't pay money to use Google Chrome. You don't pay money to use YouTube, nothing. So it's a very good ecosystem overall. There is something called as Google One. I'm not sure if most of you use it or not. But yeah, Google One gives you Google Spreadsheets, Google Docs, Google Drive storage. Then you get your Google Photos storage for your smartphone backup and all that stuff. So all that. What is the weakness? What are the weaknesses of Google? Over dependency on revenue from advertisement. Most of the Google revenue comes only from advertisement. They have a lot of patent infringement cases, copyright cases, unfair business practices. Like Google is collecting your data, they are storing your data, they are keeping a track of all your browse history, etc., etc. Privacy, tax avoidances, all of these are what? That's a weakness on the company. And poor user experience of the Android OS due to increasing fragmentation. Fragmentation means breaking down into bits and pieces. Now what is happening? Android is a open source operating system. Means anybody can use that. So now what all companies are doing, they take Android as the base and they build their own user interface. Like for example, Samsung has One UI, but still base is Android only. OnePlus has, what is that? Earlier it was Oxygen OS, now they are using Color OS if I'm not wrong. Oppo has Color OS, Vivo has FunTouch OS. So all these different smartphones have different operating systems. Ultimately their base is Android only, but they create a layer of user interface on top of that. Because of that, what happens is compatibility issues. Some apps work there, some apps don't work here, all that stuff will happen. And then opportunities. What are the opportunities for Google? Growing market for subscription based video on demand services. So basically YouTube. We all know before lockdown people used YouTube as a luxury, kind of a luxury, because it was not something that everybody knew at that point. It was more like very few people know. And now during lockdown, literally every street has a YouTube channel, at least one YouTube channel for sure, right? So vlogs, kitchen videos, cooking videos, what was that? A day in my life. So what all nonsense is, what's in my purse? No, what nonsense. You get everything on YouTube. You just need time to waste. As long as you have time to waste, YouTube has every kind of video. There are videos, I was actually shocked to know that there was a video of a guy just staring at the monitor for 6 hours or something, just doing nothing, just staring at the monitor. So all kinds of nonsense are there on YouTube. So there is a growth in the demand for subscription, like YouTube Premium or something like that. Growing demand for artificial intelligence. Now Google has launched its AI tool, which is Gemini, right? Gemini AI, like competitor for ChatGPT or what you want. So then edge computing markets size will grow. Basically, cloud computing has more growth. Wearable medical device market, Google Fit. There is an app called Google Fit. I'm not sure if you know this or not. So it tracks your foot step count, calories, etc., sleep, and all that stuff. So that has another opportunity to exploit. Then threats, widespread adoption of advertisement blocking softwares. So now you get so many uh, plugins to block advertisements, right? So for example, if I just search YouTube ad block, so there you go. First one, ad block plugin extension, ultimate OTT ad blocker, Brave browser, watch YouTube videos ad free, ad block for YouTube, ad block for YouTube. So many ad blocking plugins are there which are free. So you can block the ads on YouTube. Because of that, what will happen? YouTube does not get the advertisement revenue. As simple as that. Then continuing decline of average cost per click prices. Okay, I have to tell you this. So when Google let me just search for something. This is very funny. So let me just do this. So best ACCA. I don't want to do CMA. So best ACCA coaching in India. Let's just search. Oh, this is not Google. This is Bing. So let me just copy this. Go to google.in. I know I can change the default search engine, but why do all that? Okay, so look at this. So I just searched best ACCA coaching in India. Okay, so first we got VG learning destination become ACCA in 12 months. ACCA in 12 months. Okay, 13 papers, quarterly exams. They say you can pass in 12 months. And if you go to them, I have no disrespect to any of them. Vinod Gupta sir is a legend. But these are just advertisements. These are just marketing gimmicks that I hate. So, if you go to them and ask them to give a complete history of number of people, number of students who completed ACCA in 12 months with them. If you get a record of that, then you will understand the truth. I'm very sure not even 20% of their total student base have completed ACCA in 12 months. But that's what they say. Next, Henry Harvin. Okay. So honestly speaking, Henry Harvin doesn't even have proper faculties base. They outsource most of their requirement to other faculties. Even I was approached to teach their students APM paper 2 years back. But then again, it is considered as best ACCA coaching in India. And Lakshya Commerce, is this Lakshya of Kerala or Lakshya of Andhra Pradesh? Because there are two Lakshya institutes. I'm not sure if this is. To me, this looks like. Who are the faculties here? Okay, let's just see the faculty base. CA, CMA, CS, CA, CMA India, CMA USA, CMA India, CS. Okay, one ACCA, CS, CMA 2, 3, okay, 4, 5. All right. I'm not sure all of these are faculties or not. I hardly know 4 or 5 of them till now. Okay, looks like this is all over India. So, all right, makes sense. No complaints on this part. Looks good enough. So I'm not going to complain about that. Amity. Amity is a degree college. How did Amity become ACCA coaching, best ACCA coaching in India? No one knows. Amity has an integrated program where they give 6 papers exemption for BCom students. All right. Then what do we have? Quora, Zell Education. Okay, I'm not going to talk much about it. What is this? ACCA, CPA, CIA, CMA, Live Virtual, Hyderabad. Which company? What? Vishwa Central, Amirpet. What was there? What is the name of this? I'm not even able to find the name. Newton CA. Okay. See, I stay in this region nearby. I mean, my office is near Amirpet only. I haven't even heard this name, but Google consider that as top coaching in India. It seems. ILM education. This has last I know, this is Faraz. So he's out of India now. He's not even here in India anymore. It is still showing in Google and it is showing as best ACCA coaching in India. So why I'm trying to tell you all this is basically that's what is happening. See, when you go to Google and search for something, on the top you get something called as a sponsored. Okay, let me go back to the top and see here. Always pay attention to this part that says sponsored. That means Google is not showing you this because this is actually the best coaching education or coaching institute in India. Google is showing this because someone has paid Google with a key saying that when someone searches for best ACCA coaching in India, show our name on the top. Okay, and when I click on that, if I click on this link, okay, so when I just clicked on this link, it is taking me to their page, apply for Vijay. Vinod Gupta sir, excellent person, massive experience, amazing guru he is. But for CA, I'm not sure if he is personally involved in teaching ACCA or not, but that's none of our concern here. Like, why are we worried about it? But yeah, when you go to this page now when I clicked on that link and when I opened this, immediately Google will count it as one click and that will be charged to VGLD. I'm going to close that. That is one I just showed you. So that is called as cost per click pricing. Okay. So every time someone clicks on a sponsored link, they have that advertiser has to pay to Google. So they'll say that, okay, we are paying this much money for 10,000 clicks for 1 month. So if the number of clicks cross 10,000, again, they have to make a top up on that, like that. And government investigations and news laws have increased. So that is why when you open any website, usually there is a cookies pop-up that comes, right? EU guidelines, European Union guidelines and all. And privacy concerns and possibility of data breaches have increased. Now people are more worried about their data. I don't know why. You are living in a 21st century where nothing is confidential anymore. You are storing your data on a cloud that is managed by someone and the servers are located somewhere. Obviously your data is not safe unless you encrypted, right? So again, this is slightly going into the zone of technology section F, but anyways, I'm going to teach, you are going to learn. So let's do it now. It doesn't matter much. So if you go to Google and search Google, there's some word for that, a keyword for that. What was that? Takeout. Google Takeout. So if I just search Google Takeout, you can see what it does. Google Takeout is a service that allows you to download a copy of your data stored across all the Google products, Gmail, Photos, Google Calendar, everything, Google Drive. So whatever you have stored anywhere in Google platform, you can download them through this Google Takeout page, takeout.google.com. So it will ask me to sign in, and once I sign in, then verification will be there. Once I verify, then I'll be able to take out. On my laptop already data is, my sign in is already there. So you can see your account, your data, you can export a copy and back it up or use it with a service outside of Google. Like if suppose I want to take my access log. Okay, so I can, when I have logged into my Gmail account, from which system, what is the IP address, I can copy and I can save that. All my Google Alerts related subscriptions and all. Then Android device configuration, on what all Android smartphones am I logged in with my email, any art and culture related items, any assignments that I have saved in Google Classroom platform, do I have any blog posts on Google Calendars, all my calendar items, my Chrome bookmarks history, my cache, password saved, everything. Google Classic sites, there are something called as Google Sites also. Now they removed that, discontinued that. So Google Classrooms, contacts, then what else, drive data, all your Google Drive data, Google Fit, we just discussed that, Then Google business related, if you have any business profiles associated with your email. Earlier we had something called Google Chat that was later converted into Hangouts, and then it was completely discontinued. Then Google Finance is there, Google Pay, GPay, Google Pay, everybody know, Google Photos, Google Playbooks. So all this data, if I want, oh my God, there is a lot more. I want to talk about maps. So let me just show maps related, what all can I download. Did I add any dishes, products and activities in the maps? Yes, you can add. Suppose you go to a restaurant, you are dropping a feedback, you can add some dishes to their menu also. Did I answer any questions? After completing a trip, you get some questionnaire. Was there parking space available? Is it LGBTQ friendly or not? All that questions will be there. So commute routes, like what are the frequently commuted routes? And then do I have any photos that I contributed to Google Maps? Did I answer any questions? Then yeah, all this stuff. Apart from that, my place, yeah, this one. So your places is where you can download all the places that you have visited also. That keeps a track of all the places that you visited on Google. I mean, using Google Maps, and that can be downloaded. So all of this is what? This is related to the threats for Google. I think I closed that page. All right. So anyways, so now I hope you understood with real life example how SWOT analysis is done: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. So once we know what are our weaknesses and opportunities, we need to work on trying to convert them into strengths and trying to convert our threats into opportunities. Right guys? So I guess I took more time than predicted for SWOT analysis. I did not expect to do a walkthrough of Google SWOT analysis, but it just went with the flow. That's good. So I'll see you in the next lecture with the next tool. So I guess that's POTUS 5 forces industry analysis. Let's see that in the next lecture. So keep smiling. Take care. Bye bye.